Welcome to another episode of Hair Biz Radio with your host, Zakiyrah and
Mikey.
And we are joined today in the studio by the coldest.
The coldest, ladies and gentlemen.
Here by Derante. He's here in Atlanta, newly in Atlanta, yes. But his work is amazing. So we're going to get into kind of his journey and how you all can find him and some tips and tricks when it comes to being behind the chair. So let's dive right in. Before we start,
yeah, let's go.
Let's go. So, Derante, tell us a little bit about yourself, kind of where you're from, how you even got into doing hair.
Okay, so I'm Derante. I am from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. I got into doing hair. Well, first, I'm 24. I got into doing hair by I'm out of all my siblings that I grew up with, I'm the only boy that was in the house.
Okay.
So my mom had 4 kids. And me being one of them, I was the only boy. I had 2 older sisters and a younger sister.
Okay.
And then, having all of them around, my mom, it's like I used to get excited to see them get their hair done. Or my mom would be like, oh, we finna go to the beauty shop. If I'm at home or at my grandma's house waiting on them, I'm anxiously waiting to see what their hair is going to be looking like when they come back. So it's that was an excitement for me. So now, on the weekends when I'm at my grandma's house, it's my girl cousin. Same way as me, I'm the only boy. She was the only girl out of my uncle kids.
Okay.
Well, he had more kids, but that she was raised with. So it's we'll go to the little skating ring on the weekends and stuff like that. And so I'm the one that's doing her hair. So I'm getting in trouble too because I'm cutting up all our socks, making donuts to do her little donuts. Yes. So I'm getting in trouble by my grandma. You steady cutting up all the socks and wonder why y'all can't find no socks.
Yeah.
So that's how I got into doing hair. It was always something I was interested in, but I didn't take it seriously until after high school.
Got you. I remember the era with the little sock buns because I used to cut up my socks too, and it'd be like, dang, I can't find no socks, but my bun popping.
Yep.
I've never heard that one before.
Really?
I've heard about everything after 12, 13 years.
Yeah, you would do the ponytail, then put the sock on it, and then roll it up over the thing to get
what we used to do is I'll just cut the end of the sock and I'll just roll it until it made a donut. Then I'll slip it over the ponytail,
and then wrap the hair around. Put a little bow on top of little hair bows. Okay, got you. Yeah. Okay, so you did that, and then you went to high school, and then when you graduated high school, you decided to do hair seriously.
So, in the black households, they don't really. It's not, I'm going to say, a norm for a black man to be doing hair.
Okay.
So I had an interest in it, but nobody knew but my grandma.
Got you. Okay.
My grandma, she kept the secret.
She was down for the cause. Okay.
Because she knew how my mama and my dad would react or whatever, so she wouldn't more so my dad, my mama, she'll say a little stuff, but my dad, he was in the
anti, yeah.
So, that's her being supportive, and then growing up is wanting to do it. It was hard. So I'm okay, now it's time because I was working at McDonald's throughout high school.
Okay.
Little Caesars. Then once I got out, I was I can't do this no more. So I'm about to just go ahead and do it. So one day I made a post because I was sneaking and making wigs in high school too for my sisters.
Okay.
And
wait. So how was you sneaking in the house making the wigs without your mama know you? Okay, so grandma knew you had the operation going on in the house.
Yes.
And then okay, but when they came home with the wigs, your mama wasn't like, where y'all get these wigs from?
I had a friend at the time that was doing hair.
Okay.
We was in middle school, high school. She did hair because her mom did hair. So
okay.
I would say she made the wigs or she did the hair the whole time.
Okay. So you was out here lying.
Yeah. So
okay.
But it was believable because my best friend was a hairstylist.
Correct. Okay.
So my sisters would come up with a wig. My mom was who made that? And we were like, oh, such and such made the wig, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's how I was able to sneak, throughout high school or whatever.
Okay.
But she didn't know I was lying on her though.
Yeah.
Because even she didn't know that I was.
Oh, dang, you supposed to get her in on the lie just in case.
Right. But it's I was so dedicated to
You had a passion for it, and it was.
But I didn't want to get in trouble for this passion because I knew I wasn't supposed to be doing it.
Yeah.
So I would blame it on her and stuff like that. But fresh out the high school, I was I don't want to go to college.
Yeah.
I tried.
It wasn't
time for the finals. I did not go. And I was I don't know what I'm finna do. So that night, I was just thinking. I said, Grandma, I'm finna tell my mama I do hair and stuff like that. So I didn't tell her like that, but I made a Facebook post and I posted a bunch of wigs I had made and stuff like that. And my mama called me. She was like, why you ain't been told me? And I was like, cause I thought I was gonna get in trouble. She said, what?
Why would you get in trouble?
And she was like, well, since you planning on dropping out of school, you know you better take this serious now because how you gonna pay your car note? And I was like, oh, okay, because when we going to school, my dad is a disabled veteran, so I get benefits. If I'm not going to school, I can't get the benefits.
Yeah.
So she was like, well, you got to take this seriously.
Yeah. So did that feel like a big weight off of your shoulders?
Yes, because immediately after that, it's like I got an interview at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, I had been trying to get hired at Walmart throughout my whole high school career. I was tired of making them lose. So I ended up going to the interview, even though my career had just started taking off for me doing hair. I went to the interview, and I only worked there for like 2.5 weeks. I couldn't do it. It was just too much.
I feel it.
So ever since then, I've been a full-time hairstylist. So the last time I had a job was in 2020.
Wow. Okay. So this is going on your 5th year being a hairstylist. Okay. So let's go back to you having to hide your passion. What were kind of the feelings behind
This is the first time.
Yeah.
We've never heard of like out of everyone that we sat down with over the last 9 years,
right.
No one's had to hide their passion. So this is an important topic for us.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that out of the billions of people in the world, someone else has had this experience
for sure.
too.
Someone's gonna
when it comes to feeling like you have to hide the very thing that makes you happy and the very thing that you're good at, what made you feel like your family was going to be against what it was that you were doing?
I'm not gonna say more so like my family. I'm gonna say like my dad.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna say 9 times out of 10, if a male does hair, he's part of the LGBT community.
Right.
So that was something that not even just a black parent, but like any man would want for their kids.
Correct.
So it was like he seen it, but he didn't want to like
accept it
or accept
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and also coming in, I heard the veteran part. So this is also someone coming from the military,
right?
Very strict.
Yes.
I don't come from a military parents, but I know friends that did, and it's like a whole nother level of strictness and everything else.
That's true.
So yeah.
So it's like he was very like strict, like he said about the manhood and stuff like that. So it was like, and again, like my mom, she wasn't like against it because again, she has a cousin that she grew up with that's gay and that also does hair as well.
Okay.
So it's like she wasn't really against it, but she wasn't like also she didn't want that either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, but once she accepted it, it was just like, okay, it's whatever. Like I can't do nothing about it. Like this is something he loved, his passion and stuff like that. So it's like now my dad, he supports my work, but he's still kind of iffy about
still trying to get
the sexuality situation.
Correct.
So it's like we still be like,
yeah.
So it was kind of hard trying to hide it, but also do it at the same time because I'm only at my grandma's house on the weekends up until I got into high school.
Gotcha.
When my mom and my dad separated.
Okay.
Now she, taking more jobs and stuff like that. So I'm taking me and my sister to school. So now we get to stay at my grandma's house because I drive. So now I'm able to do it and do it more, like make more wigs and stuff like that and perfect my craft. But I was only doing it on my cousins and my sisters. Like none of my high school classmates, my friends, nobody knew.
Okay. So your Facebook post was basically you telling the whole world
that,
and it was new to everybody,
yes,
with the exception of your grandmother and your sisters.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. So you get out of high school and then you are working at Walmart for 2.5 weeks, and then you quit. You like, I can't do this no more. Yep. And then you go into hair full time. So how did you start? Where did you start at? Were you in a salon or home?
I started at home.
Okay. And
then it was like this hairstylist. Her name was Deja Prude from Little Rock, Arkansas. She was like really, really big at the time, and she's still doing really good now. But she was really, really big in the hair industry at the time. Like she was young, like booming. So she was opening a hair salon. I think Deja was only like 23 or 24.
Okay.
Wow.
So it's like, that's amazing. So she had did this all pink salon. And even though it was pink, I'm like, I looked up to her. I want to work in a salon next to her. So it was me and like 3 other girls from Pine Bluff and stuff like that. And I was one of the people that she reached out to. She reached out to them first. And I was like, dang, congrats. I was still happy. I was happy for them, clapping for them. I'm like, congratulations, y'all. And then they was like, she text you that? And I'm like, Like, she had reached out to me, but she hadn't given me like
an opportunity.
The confirmation that I was going to be in the shop.
Got you.
So I'm telling my grandma, I'm like, Grandma, I want to really work in her shop. Next thing I know, I get a ding on my phone, and she was like, I want you to work in the shop and stuff like that. So I was excited.
Yeah.
So mind you, I had only been working in the house for like, I'm gonna say about 6-7 months.
Okay.
Doing hair like full time, and all that time I was doing hair from home. So then when she did that, I was working in the shop for a whole entire year, and then she decided she wanted to, do other things. She had ended up having a baby and stuff, and opening another business. So I had started back working from home. So then I was working from home from like 2022 until I just moved here.
Oh, okay, okay. So you've had your space at home since then.
Yes. Like my mom actually let me turn our dining room into my hair room because we weren't using it.
Nice, nice. Okay.
So a lot of people thought I was in a salon suite.
Yeah.
Time I was actually in
the house.
Because all the photos and video stuff you would never know. Yeah, that's
nice.
Cool.
She let me paint it black in there. Like I was able to literally turn it into a mini salon suite. Yeah.
Shout out to mama. Shout out to mama. I love that. Okay, so when you started off, how did you? I know back in 2020, how did you get most of your clientele?
A little closer.
Yeah, you can move all this.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So, I'm gonna say it was hard because COVID that around the time.
Oh yes, that was COVID. Okay.
So it was like my grandma and my mom was like very, very strict, mask, spray down, clean, wipe stuff down and stuff like that. So we had went a whole year with nobody getting COVID. Well, my mom had ended up getting it because my mom works in Texas.
Okay.
So she was on the road and she had ended up catching it. But she was telling us ways that she was fighting and stuff like that, and she ended up getting over it. So again, I was basically building my clientele through social media.
Okay.
I was doing like a lot of videos. Like I was inspired by, I don't know if you all ever heard of like Slave by Jordan, Arkansas Cliff and all of them, because they was doing like videos and stuff like that. So I'm like, I rarely see any males from Arkansas do like hair, and I rarely see any males from Arkansas do like hair videos. So I'm gonna use this to my advantage. So that's what I did, and it kind of like helped me boost myself up because again, I was one of the younger males from my city doing hair, and nobody else was. So that's how I even like got into like getting more clientele and building it up during that time.
Okay. So did you feel any pressure around being the youngest? So you're young, but then you're also a male in a female dominated space. Did you feel any pressure when it came to just being yourself in the industry?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
Because a lot of people that I looked up to in the industry from like Arkansas and stuff like that, like it was a lot of majority, like you said, of them were women. So it's like I looked up to a lot of them, and then it was like at first they were supporting me, but once they seen like the elevation, it kind of like the love and the support started dying down. Then I started noticing little stuff they'll say on Facebook or stuff like that, because Arkansas like
small.
We are really, really big with like Facebook. So
okay.
It's like, how a lot of people don't use Facebook, they be like, y'all still use Facebook? Like Arkansas in the down southern areas, like we still use Facebook like really, really heavy. So it's like I'll notice the little stuff they'll be saying, and I'll be like, dang, like I looked up to her or I liked her. Like why would she be, stuff like that. So it was kind of like the pressure was on. Like,
you know what we call that?
What?
Jealousy.
Well, I get it. It is, but it's like at the same time, I'll be like humble. A lot of people tell me I'm too humble.
Okay.
Like, but that's just how I was raised. Like my mama, she was like, never get too, big headed. She always boosts us up, but she also tell us never get too big headed or think you better than the next person. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I look at it like, okay, it's a little weird, but I ain't gonna be, oh, you had, I don't be want to, just call people out and stuff like that. So I just be looking at it like, okay, it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll say something every now and then, but it's just like, other than that, it is what it is.
I love that Facebook's big in Arkansas, because I thought when you said you were going to do this post, this, that, the other, I was waiting for like Instagram, especially because we're talking 2020.
Right.
It's like Facebook. I was like, Facebook?
Yes,
but
like,
it's fine. But, still, trust me, 1 billion people on Facebook. But it's just funny that was like the big reveal was Facebook.
Yes, like, it's crazy. I blew up on Instagram. And then like Facebook, it was like, more so hometown people. And then I had started like traveling to Chicago to do hair and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because originally I wanted to move to Chicago. So I started traveling to Chicago.
How you end up in Atlanta? That's two different. You got Chicago, cold,
so
snow.
It was like for some reason I was obsessed with Chicago.
Okay.
Like, throughout high school, two of my best friends actually three of them was from Chicago, and I was like, dang. So then once I started doing hair, I started networking with a lot of people from Chicago. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just try Chicago. So I went there, and I did hair. So I had made like $2,500 in like a week.
Mm-hmm.
I was only there for a week. And I was like, wait a minute, I never made this at home. So it was like, okay, that's crazy. So I went back again like a month later. And I think I made another $2,500. So I was just like, okay, this is okay.
I need to be in Chicago.
Right. But then I had stopped going there because I had started focusing on like my wigs and stuff because I used to be like a wig maker too.
Okay.
I was focusing on my wigs and stuff. I had got really, really heavy on those. Like I'm making like 10, 20, maybe 30 wigs at a time, like posting them, selling them, and, redoing it over and over again. So mind you, I'm coloring these, making them, styling them, like all within a 2 weeks time. So I'll take 2 whole weeks off and try to get however many wigs that I had, planned to make. Try to get everything done, like colors, everything.
So making wig, I know you started off making wigs. Was that your specialty? Like your niche was wig making? Okay.
And that's how I really got into it in high school.
Okay. And
when I told you I was making wigs
for your sisters. Yeah. Okay. So then you started getting an influx of wig orders. Was that because you blew up on Instagram or what was, okay. And what was the turning point on Instagram or what kind of contributed to you getting a lot more engagement on Instagram?
So like, at first, I was doing like hair videos, and then I guess it got like boring because they tired of sitting you stand up here like do hair, like especially when the videos almost 2 minutes. At the time, I didn't know about like the editing and stuff. So I try to put a whole video from beginning to end. So it's like now it's getting boring. Like so now what are you gonna do? So that's when I started making wigs. I took bought tutorials from Little Big Collections. I don't know if y'all ever heard of her, but she makes wigs. She's like a really big wig maker. I bought tutorials from her. I learned how to color really, really good, make my wigs on the sewing machine and stuff like that. So I was just studying the videos. Like, it was trial and error because, no, she's not beside me. She's like, I bought the tutorial, but she's not beside me to like be like, okay, no, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
So it's like, it was trial and error. So I got better, and then now it's like I'm making videos of wigs. So I started blowing up, like, big time because, like, now they like, oh, my God, I didn't even know you could make a wig look like that. So that is how Cliff found me.
Okay.
I went viral. Like I had did a half up, half down on a wig with a 7x7 closure. So a lot of people wasn't used to like seeing people do a half up, half down with a closure and stuff like that. So I had went viral like that.
Talk your talk.
I came to Atlanta last year.
Okay.
To do hair. So it was like, people always in the comments like, come here. I'm like, so when I got here, I'm like, I'm here and y'all ain't even booking the appointment. Like, what is going on? So I said, I'm finna just go back home. So when I seen I didn't have no bookings, I came. The same day that I made it, I booked a flight to go back home the next day. The crazy thing about it is, as soon as I booked the flight, Cliff texted me and said, hey, can you do my hair tomorrow? So now I just spend money on the flight to go home tomorrow. Now I got to cancel this flight.
Yeah.
And did you know Cliff before this?
Yes, I knew of Cliff. Like I used to be, like I was inspired by Cliff because Cliff
I know you
was
knew
like a
of
young
him, but did you know him personally at this point? Okay,
this is new.
Important. So this is new. Cliff is reaching out. You know, Cliff's made headways in the industry.
Like I knew he had followed me like some months ago.
Okay,
but we didn't know we didn't know each other at the time personally.
Got you.
So I was like, okay, that's fine. So I canceled the flight. I did his hair the next day. So he was like, I was talking to him and stuff. He was asking about me and stuff like that. So he was like, you remind me so much of myself, like, when I was coming up, like,
Because he started young, too.
He did.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's crazy. Like, I never thought that I would be in a room with somebody that I was inspired by. So once I left, he had reached out again because the Burner Brothers was coming up. And he was like, I want you to help me do live demos at the Burner Brothers hair show. And I'm, using the Silken Mist. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I could do that. So he flew me to Atlanta, paid for my stay, the flight, everything, and also paid me for the labor that I was doing as well.
Nice.
So
that's good business.
It is.
Good. Yeah.
Like, so then after that, he was like, so then we got more personal because he was like, "You want to come to my birthday trip?" And I'm like, wait, Cliff want me to come with him on his birthday trip? I'm like, okay. So I end up going, and I had so much fun. Like, that was actually my first time out the country.
Wow.
We had went to Mexico.
Nice.
And so ever since then, he was steady flying me out, to do work, do live demos. Then he started like blowing up on TikTok with the Silk and the Mist, and he was doing more. Now he was doing more than live demos at Burner Brothers. Now he's doing like TikTok live streams. Like
Got you.
4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours. Like, so now we're on live like all day, like doing live demos and stuff like that, and he's promoting Silk and the Mist. So he was flying me out, to help do stuff like that. So then he was like, last year, he was like, I'm thinking about opening a salon, but I don't know. So this year, fast forward, I'm like, it's like June. He was like, I just got the keys, for my store, my salon, my storefront and stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's good. Congratulations. He was like, but I want you to work in the salon. I'm like, wait a minute. So when I'm thinking he going to be like, okay, well, I'm going to open it in December or January. So I'm like, okay, yes, I could do that. That'll give me enough time, to move. He was like, oh, I'm thinking about opening it in August. August? It's June. Like, how am I finna make this happen in 2 months? So I told my mom, she was like, I'm thinking she going to be like, oh, no, that's too soon. Like, so she was like, okay.
Mom was like, bye, get out of the house. Let's go. Right. Go to Atlanta.
Like, it's time to go. So she was like, okay, I support you, let's see.
You've been sleeping on mama, okay? Because mama been down with it.
Yes, mama's like, for real. Like, my mama, she's like my biggest supporter. Like, I had applied for an apartment. I didn't get approved. So I'm like, okay, Mom, I didn't get approved, but I'm not going to get discouraged because I'm not going to lie. I'm one of those people that easily get discouraged. If it don't go right the first time, just forget it. Forget everything. Yeah. Right? So I told her, she was like, oh, okay, we watch this. We finna get you an apartment. So I'm going to say like a week later, we both had started trying another process for a new apartment.
Got you.
I got approved. And she was like, I wasn't going to tell you, but if you didn't get approved that time, I was just going to tell you, like, it's just not meant. She was like, in my head, I was thinking that, but I was just waiting for us to see if we got approved or not. But if you didn't get approved, I was going to wait for that moment. But you got approved. She said, I been knew you was approved. I just it had to sink in. Like. So I guess she had to cry about it a little bit first because it's like.
Her baby going.
Right, and I'm her only boy. Yeah. Like, oh, my God. And so I got here in September. When I tell you, I cried the whole week, the whole first week I was here. Yeah. The whole entire first week, I cried. So that weekend, that Friday, I got done doing hair. I didn't have no clients that Saturday or Sunday. I said, I'm going home. I must have I got done doing hair at like 6 that afternoon. I flew home, packed a little bag, and I got on the road, made it home at like 3 o'clock Saturday morning.
How long is that drive?
8 hours.
Whew, okay.
So that's how dedicated I was to going back home to see my sisters. Like, yeah. Because, again, my mom worked out of town, so I couldn't see her at the time, but I did go see my sisters.
You were homesick.
Yes.
After 2 days.
After 2 days. So I'm crying and crying and crying. So my mama and Clifton like, Derante, you think you're going to be able to do it? I'm like, yes, I'm going to be able to do it. Like, I'm crying. I'm still crying, but I'm like, yes, I could do it. Yeah. And it's like, watching it, like, unfold and pay off in such a short notice is, like, crazy. Because I don't know if y'all seen, but last week I just recently did Summer Walker hair.
I saw that. Okay. And so how did that come about? Or how are you getting your celebrity clientele now?
So my very first celebrity client was K. Michelle. Okay. She actually came to Arkansas. She had a hosting. And she reached out to another hairstylist, but that hairstylist wasn't available. So they reached out to me and asked me, could I do it? I'm like, yes, I could do it. I worked with her. And then that's when I came to Atlanta last year. I think I skipped over that. Did I tell y'all that?
Oh, so you moved to Atlanta last year?
No, I didn't move. I came here for a month to just do hair.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you had a clientele kind of already built in Atlanta before you came this time, a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Okay, so you came last year.
But that time, because see, what made me even think about it was the fact talking about the celebrity clientele. Because last year I worked with Portia Williams. Okay. I worked with her actually a few times. So she was one of my clients that I was able to put like under my belt. I've worked with a few other like TV personality stars. Anne Marie, she's a singer. I've worked with her. So it's just like, it's crazy because nobody knows, but Summer Walker is like one of my favorite artists. And like all my clients, my family know like that's like my number one favorite artist. So when she reached out to me, I was in Mississippi for their homecoming. So she's like, hey, boo. I'm like, oh, I'm finna miss another one. Like, oh, my God. Like, I'm not in Atlanta. Like, I'm finna miss it. So she was like, oh, I need my hair done on this day. And I'm like, oh, perfect. Like, I'm on my way home today. Like, I'm leaving Mississippi today. So that's perfect. So then she was like, she texted me the next week to make sure that we were still on. So I'm like, okay, so she's actually serious about getting her hair done. Yeah. Like, so it's like, that was crazy. Like, this is somebody that I actually listen to on a daily basis. Yeah. Like, this is not somebody that I'm just saying that I'm a fan of them because they reached out to me or nothing like that. Like, I'm genuinely a fan. But it was so hard to be like, come, like, doing her hair because, like, you don't want to scare her
Summer Walker in your chair.
Right. So it's like, you don't want to scare her away. Like, oh, my God. So it's like, I did contain myself, but, like, she loved her hair and stuff like that. And she was a really great person.
That's good. I love that. Okay, so now you're in Atlanta and you're working in Cliff Salon. How has the adjustment been from Arkansas to here?
I'm gonna say
in the hair industry, kind of you were back home knocking out clients, kind of.
So I'm gonna say it was kind of hard, and I was scared. That's another reason why I was crying a lot too. And I was scared because I'm like, I'm coming from somewhere where, like, I know for a fact I got guaranteed clients to somewhere where these people do not know me. Yeah, I don't have any clients. I'm starting over from scratch. Like, all this is new for me. Like, a big city, the traffic, the people, like, the everything. All this is new for me. So it's like, what am I going to do? So it was like a very, very, very huge adjustment.
But I think you're going to look back at this years from now and say, wow, that really helped you grow. Because you get comfortable when you're in your own city and you're staying there. And when you move and it's like, right today, you're like, oh my God, this is so much. But I think you're going to look back a couple years from now, and that's really was just that launch pad for you into greater success. And look, you're getting people like Summer Walker into your chair, which is amazing. And I know you're a big fan. Yeah. One thing I learned at years ago, working with, a lot of celebrities on the back end of what we do, so you can always be like a friend or you can be a fan. Yeah. And it's always being that friend side, meaning like you keep it professional, you're not freaking out kind of like you did, goes a long, long way with celebrities because they get people that freak out and everything else. Yep. And if you keep it professional, hey, more of like the friend side, I think you nailed it.
Yeah, because it's like, and also being around Cliff, like, you will learn stuff like that. He's like, he tell us all the time, like, it's okay to be a fan, know these people and stuff like that, but don't freak out. Don't overly do it when you meet celebrities. Like, you don't want to, like, scare them away. Because like you said, that could potentially be your client forever, and you could have scared them away by overly doing too much.
Right. And getting your hair done is a safe space, too. So it's like you out in the world. Yeah, you're out in the world already, and you have all of this attention and stuff. So when you get your hair done, you kind of want to turn that off.
Yes, you want to be peaceful. Yeah. So it's like, I was even scared to even ask her for a picture because it's like, I don't want to, like, invade their, like, space. Like, some people don't be want, like you said, they would just want to come get their hair done. And it's crazy because once I asked her for a picture, she was like, I was actually going to ask if you wanted to make a TikTok. Oh. I was like, okay. And it's crazy because before I came here, she actually posted the TikTok today on my way here.
Nice. No way. Yes. Nice. Okay. I love that. So what are, like, the top 3 things that you've learned since because you started you're 24 now. Okay. That you've learned since you started doing hair? I would say business-wise, like building, because essentially you're building a hair business. So.
I'm going to say consistency. That's the number one thing I tell people all the time. And I know they be like, people say that all the time. Like,
oh, no, it's true.
You have to be consistent because I have seen it. Like, it'll be times, like, even with my wig business, where I'll be like, I really wouldn't be consistent with it. And it's like when I try to post up a wig, they're like, I don't know if he said that wig for real. Like, versus when I was consistent with, like, selling my wigs and stuff, I'm keeping them updated. I'm posting a lot of videos and stuff, like, and I was having sold out dates, like, literally when I was selling the wigs. Nice. So it's like consistency, praying, being, like, dedicated and driven. Like, you gotta hustle. Like, I'm gonna say this, like, even if you don't got no kids, you gotta hustle like you got kids or something. Like, because especially in the economy that we living in today, like, it's hard. Yeah. So, and there was another thing, like, I'm moving to Atlanta in the middle of, like, basically like a drought. Like, the economy is going down. Like, so it's like, oh my God, how am I finna be able to survive? But it's like, being consistent, me working hard, being professional.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it has got me so far because I have been booked up the last 2 months since I've been here.
Let's go.
Look at that.
Come on, and the books are open.
Yep.
Okay, so listen. Hair by Derante. He's new in Atlanta, but his books are open. He's accepting clients. So make sure y'all go on Instagram, check out his work, and then book him because he is the coldest.
It's Femi Hair Salon.
Yes.
So make sure y'all come see us. We do have a loctician. There's 4 other hairstylists other than myself.
Okay.
And there's Cliff. And then we also have 2 makeup artists as well.
Nice.
And the salon is beautiful. Like I saw the grand opening, Cliff. I saw the grand opening. We saw the color drenching, so you paint the walls and the ceiling the same. It elevates the space. We did our bathrooms. I must have missed the invite email, Cliff. I must have missed the invite email. It looked amazing though, But yeah, the space. I showed it right as soon as I saw it. I said, "Oh God, now I'm gonna have to send this to my girlfriend because she's gonna love what Cliff
the
did."
Way that the
and
design.
I sent it to her. And she read, I told you about color drenching and this, that, the other, and that. And I said, "Oh God, here we go." I said, "I know." Cliff did it. Cliff did it.
Yes,
it's good to be working. It is good to work in that environment.
Yeah, it's like working alongside him and the other hairstylists. Like that's what I miss. Like when I left home, I always told people I was like, when I leave home from doing hair, I want to go back to a salon floor. I don't want to work in a salon suite. Like I worked in this room by myself all these years. It's boring now. I'm tired of listening to music, but just me and my client. Like I want to be on the salon floor. I'm ready to learn again. Like I want to be able to be inspired again. Like motivated.
Yeah.
Cause like in that room by yourself, people can lie and say they don't, but it kind of gets depressing. Like in this salon suite, you don't have really hardly any interaction other than you and your client. So it's like, what is there to do? Like I missed the salon feel, like the smell of the family thing. Like I told them the other day, like they are my family away from home. Like the little rough days that they might have noticed I had, or even if they did notice I had, like they made them bitter, like without them knowing.
Yeah.
So it's like I really love the fact that we all are a family. Like I really love them. Like they are really, really great.
I love that. So what's your ultimate goal from here? You're 24, still young, got a lot to do in the industry. What's your ultimate goal?
My ultimate goal is like when I first started doing hair, I wanted to be a celebrity hairstylist. Okay. Like that is like my ultimate goal. So
you done check that off. So.
Okay, so it's like I do want to get like a permanent, client.
Okay.
That I can,
travel with
and stuff like that. I want to be able to retire my mom. Mm-hmm. And I also I got to take it more serious because Clip be on me about it all the time. I do make a hair growth oil.
Okay.
So it works really, 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 really good. Like my niece, I'm going to say this February, like her hair was slick. You know how the baby's hair fall out at the back?
Yeah.
It was slick. Now we're coming into November. She has a head full of ponytails.
Wow.
And it's all off of my sister using the hair oil.
So do you sell it right now?
Yes, I do. I sell it, but right now my website is shut down up until Black Friday because that's when I'm going to be relaunching the hair oil.
Got you. Okay, so it'll be available for sale come end of November.
Mm-hmm. So my ultimate goal is to be more consistent. Again, even with that goes back to what I was saying with consistency. Like I noticed, like right now, with me being consistent with me doing hair in Atlanta, posting content, it's getting me booked up. I know if I was to be more consistent with me posting and putting my content out with my hair growth oil, it'll also bring in more clients because it's a lot of women that want to use, and not even just women, but men, that want to use the hair growth oil. So if I be more consistent with that, I know that I'll be able to take off with that as well.
Absolutely. I love it. Okay.
Because I honestly feel like that is my $1 million product.
Okay. Baby girl hair done grew some hair.
Right.
I love it. Okay, so if you could go back and tell a young person who is looking to start.
Young person, he is still young. 24.
Younger than him because you started at like 16?
No,
17?
well, yeah, I'm going to say like 16, 17.
Okay, yeah. So if there's a young person coming out of high school who is really excited about getting into the hair industry, what's one piece of advice you would give them?
I'm going to say don't worry about what nobody else got to say about you. Because that was my number one thing. Yeah. That's what I honestly feel like held me back. Was worried about what other people was going to think or say about me.
That's good. Yeah, that's really good.
That's really that is really what can hold you back. Worrying about, what you say this, or what if they say this, what if they say that. Like, if I would have kept worrying about what people said about me, I honestly wouldn't even be sitting here at the table talking to y'all right now.
That's really good. I think that's important too.
Honestly, I talk about this all the time, and I talk to my nieces, the one that's 18, and I told her
18 already.
I know.
Oh my God.
and I tell her about like growing in business and just in life. I was like, the moment you stop worrying about what other people think, you're free.
Yes.
That's real.
And it's really the truth. And sometimes you got to go through phases. Like for me, I could really give up what you guys think, right?
Yeah.
Like I've already been through it in my life, right?
Yeah.
I'm older. I've done enough. But just going through my new journey, so I'm like relearning social media. And so I started filming in public more for my TikToks and such, which is more, it's kind of like I don't know what would I call this? Because I don't tell people about my TikTok, this one. It's more of like it's like a social media experiment kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like when you can.
Passion project.
Yeah, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, like the time when you're in the middle of the airport and in Hartsfield, it's packed and people are like going all by you and you break out, you got the mic and you got the thing on and you have your phone and you're just like, da, 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 da. And it's like when you can comfortably do that.
And not care about.
And basically you're like this to everybody else that are looking at you. It is the most, just the
peaceful,
best feel,
like
peaceful, right?
Yeah, because
I don't think I've gotten there yet.
No, and it's crazy because I used to be the same way, like, and even also with me being like, again, like a gay male, like a lot of them think that a lot of us are extra and stuff like that. I mean, you know, I feel like I'm only extra when I go out and have fun. That's it. But like,
couple of margaritas later.
That's it. But other than that, you know, I feel like I'm cool, I'm chill and collected. So it's like, again, you have
coldest.
to
The coldest.
right.
I mean, it's in the name.
So you have to like be like carefree. In order to grow, you have to. And that's why like the last argument me and my dad had, like I told him, I said it's not to be disrespectful, but I don't even care what you or mom think about me. Like I don't care. So that sent him over the edge because he feel like that I'm your parent, you're supposed to no. This is my life, that's your life. You had all the time to do what you wanted to do with your life. I'm gonna do what I want to do with mine.
And I think that's good, especially if it's respectful and everyone is entitled to their own opinions. But when it comes to
and that's also a big thing with him too. And I feel like that's another reason why we bump heads. You more so you care about what people say about me. I don't. You care what, and that's how I know like he care, but at the same time it's like he don't want to accept it because it's like he feel like it's not normal. But it's like at the same time, like them people not paying your bills, them people not paying my bills, them people not taking care of you, they not taking care of me. So if I don't care, why do you care? So that's his biggest thing. Like he don't want to admit it, but that's really what it is. Like he care what other people feel or say about his kids or stuff like that. I don't care.
Yeah, and I do believe when you get to that point, it is very freeing. Yeah, for sure.
Because it's like,
and honestly, you know, the world's obviously a tough place, right? And we have a lot of different people, beliefs, and everything else. You know, in the future, hopefully he can embrace that. And if he can't embrace that, I can tell you the time he's probably going to regret it the most is his last moments. And he's going to say, I wish I had more a closer relationship with my son, regardless of how I thought from how things especially were back in the past.
Yeah.
I can see that.
For sure.
And then it's like, and like I said, because see, although I grew up in the house with my sisters, I do have brothers as well.
Okay.
From him. I'm like, you worried about me? You got all them other sons and you worried about me.
Yeah, what are the other sons doing?
Like, I'm like, you, like, 2 of them got kids. Well, 3 of them got kids. So it's like, what?
Yeah.
You got great kids. You don't need no more.
You don't need no more. Okay, I got you. So tell people where they can find you at. Where can they find you on social media? Where can they find your salon? Where they can find you to book? Where?
So my Instagram is Hair by Derante.
You probably already follow him.
Yeah.
Right? Probably. My TikTok I have 2. It's Hair by Derante and I am Derante. I post hair, on both of them.
Okay.
And then I also have Facebook. My name on there is Derante Ross. My booking link is hairbyderante.as.me. And where else can you find me? Okay, yeah, those are the most important.
Okay, and we'll put those in the show notes so that people can access them as well. But before we get out of here, is there any other last piece of advice that you would like to share with the people?
Don't don't give up again.
Yep.
Like, keep going. Because, again, I've ran through a lot of hurdles to even get here. My grandma passed away like a year after I started to, like, doing hair.
Oh, wow.
So that was like another, like, drop, you know, a little more momentum and, you know, gave me a little more drive to keep going because, again, she was one of my biggest, like, fans. Like, so that I knew then, like, you got to keep going. Like, if she believed in you, apparently it was something that she seen that you didn't see at that time. So, again, and it's starting to pay off for me. Like, it didn't pay off then when I thought it would, but it's actually starting to pay off.
Because you did consistency. You ain't care what nobody thought, and you kept going.
Yep.
I love that. Thank you for hanging out with us in the studio today. We appreciate you. If you guys, we will have this episode out soon, so make sure you like it, comment, subscribe, follow Derrante at Hair by Derrante on Instagram, and we will be back with another episode soon.
Later.